Okay, folks, we are Monday, the 3rd of April, 2023. Welcome to the pre-US session. So we are looking at a gap up in oil. So yesterday, Sunday, about 3:50 p.m., the Saudis came out with a surprise cut of 1,600,000 barrels of oil a day, starting in, May. So instantly, on the reopen, which we were trading last night until about 2 in the morning, we saw kind of indicative pricing on the ladder start to look like 75.59s, and then that quickly became about $79. And when it came to the open, you can see here on the 30-minute chart that we just saw flush to the upside and then selling coming in. So this is really the normal activity you would see on such a sort of an instance in the piece of movement in the market. And so, we are kind of long the calendar spreads in the background. And for more detail on that and how I did that trade, for the pro traders, you can log into the website, check out the link I've posted in the Pro Trade chat channel this morning already. So we're kind of long short September to December 2023 here on oil, and then just short on the front month here, just for a little bit of playing around and try and get this back down here to some decent levels. So on oil, this is going to have massive effects across the market. This is a big FU to the Biden administration as well. The SPR has got 350 million barrels of oil left. The White House was planning to rebuild the reserves at $70 and below. As far as we know, they did not purchase recently when we were at 70 and below. We would have had a presser on that. And so, what else? I mean, all the oil equities are gap up this morning. Like BP is up 1 or 2%. Transocean is up about 5.5%. Pre-market, so on and so forth. And what can we get out of this bid on oil here? Well, kind of to go to the big boy chart, you can see the gap up area. Most of the guys interested to see, are we going to trade back down through the gap? And we don't have to. But we probably will, given that the world and his mother and his pet dog are going to be trying to get long this thing, providing liquidity for the sellers to just push this thing down, get everyone to puke their longs, and then we go long. But that said, this is going to be a very stiff move in the market. We've already had, I think, a gap up of about 6. Yeah, it was a 6% gap up open. We've seen bigger before, but these moves only really happen once every 5, maybe 3 to 5 years. You get these type of moves come through, and there is really no planning or accounting for them. You're just either ready to do the right thing or not. We had a really good session last night trading this reopen on NYMEX, and we got some great trades off here. Okay, so that's oil. I mean, what would I be doing? Well, currently scaled into shorts on VWAP here. I'm going to puke that at about 60s, spot 60s, maybe 70, spot 70s, 80 spot 70s. But quite happy to be saying in my calendar spread until the end of Q3. So looking for further upside. But for this, I think, look, there's going to be buyers down at YP val 77.98 and the 50 EMA at 77.68, I think. And so we need to probably trade back down to there. And then it's probably going to be bids back on for a while. So, this is going to take quite a long time to resolve this gap area. We may not even resolve it to the downside. We may get the open on IMEX today and we just go bid over. And as I was saying earlier, where are we going to? Well, we've got a couple of pretty sweet targets on the upside here. Generally, though, if we just kind of make this a little clearer, for me, I think we're going to $100 over this move in the medium term. And then I think, because OPEC Plus are going to hold these cuts until at least the end of 2023, I think we're looking at 120s here, guys. And I think that's not unreasonable. Goldman Sachs already coming out saying we're going to $95. $95 in WTI is going to be about $105 $95. When they say they're looking for $95 by year end, they're talking about Brent. And Brent is on average about between $3 and $10 constant premium above WTI. So that's going to be Brent 105s. WTI 95s. Okay, so just get that kind of clear. And look, Goldman, they know what they're doing. So looking at the general resistance around here, look, I think we're going to get to the Russian invasion top 90 spot 14s pretty quickly over the next kind of 2 weeks. And then, we can talk about that as we go forward. But historical moves happening here in the oil market today, right? Equities, look, we've had a gap down on the SPOOs here overnight. We're just playing longs here on DAX. Shorts on Bund, longs on SPOOs as well, because I like the action here. So I think we're going to close this gap of 41.39 half, and we may see this bid rally continue from what we've seen here on Friday. I mean, look at these trades, guys. I mean, we had some really nice trades here on Friday. Look at that. That's one of the core 4 trades. Most of us on this long up we go. Just getting some alerts here on nat gas as well. So I wouldn't be seller here on equities whatsoever. DAX, NASDAQ, SPOOs, Dow. We'll just take that off. So, a couple of things. We are kind of testing this minor downtrend. The mega downtrend, though, is still back now. Currently, for today, it's at about 41.75s. So, can we rally back up to test this trend? And then let's see if we want to get short again into what is this sideways pennant. For me, we exit pennants the way the flag forms. So the flag on this, for me, is down, right? And so I think we're going to exit this to the downside. But, saying that, the bulls and the bears are all getting fed in the market at the moment. So, let's not try and come up with too big a trade concept here. Gold, everyone's talking about gold at the moment. There's some calls in the market from very sophisticated traders that we're in contact with looking for 2,900 on gold before year end. I think it's possible. We have, a couple of our key tools here turned on, but yeah, I think we could have a bust out here. Look at this. I think we could have a bust out above here, and yeehaw to the upside, 2120s in the medium term, and then just, these Fibonacci extensions on up we go. So major supports coming in here at this area this morning on gold around 1977. So we slipped below there this morning. Actually, we slipped below here. And I thought we'd really actually come into resistance here, and then it's just, bang up, we keep going up. So for me, if I want to get long gold, I'm going to look for a reversal down onto VWAP, maybe holding around 1976s on the front month M23 here, and then look for the long. And actually, if I want to be in a long here, I don't want to be trading the front month future. I want to be trading something more like the December 23, the Z23 contract. And if you're on CFDs, well, you don't need to worry about that. But you do need to worry about your broker stopping you out of your trades, right? Or hunting your stops. So anyway, that's gold. So I do like gold. It's very strong here. We're short Bund. I think the bonds are going to get murdered here. And, I did put a tweet out last week about the yields actually getting a bit crazier, like 6-month yields on US paper, I think will go above 5%. What's the trade there, Tim? The trade is sell bonds as high as you can get, as high as you can sell them. So that's why I'm short on bonds here today. And I was short bonds half of Friday, and then it turned around and I got long, and it just printed. If I show you the close here on the bonds, I mean, I was bang 100% wrong on that call trade on Friday, because this thing just like turned around, held around VWAP here, and then just printed and held so tight on the highs all the way into the end. I mean, this was quite a late rally from about 3:30 all the way into the very close there on 8:30 and 9 o'clock on Eurex. So I think it was probably a little too far and too strong. But, people getting the roll out of Q1 into Q2 contracts on the bonds. So what else is going on? Nat gas, as you can see, I'm getting alerts out the windows here on nat gas, but I think with Freeport LNG reopened now, I think we are going to drain the ocean of supply that is sitting in North America at the moment. You're seeing natural gas fields getting sunset in Groningen in Holland, which is one of the big sources for European gas. But, we're getting it from Joe E. Biden at the moment. So I think we are going to draw down on the next, at least next 4 natural gas readings, storage readings every Thursday at 3:30 p.m. GMT. All right. I think we need to be looking to sell pullbacks here also on the euro. I think we're under an environment here whereby the dollar is going to get strong. I mean, I think with this oil situation now picking up, I did actually think the dollar was going to get softened out, but, we do have a dollar that's come into this trend here and strengthened, and we've kind of broken out of this harmonic downtrend here. So resistance at the 2020 highs that we were looking for this morning. I didn't take the trade. I've been a bit too busy on other stuff here. But I think a reversal down on the Dixie is just going to offer up another opportunity to sell euro and get into a swing, and then the dollar can start to lift up out of this area. So this is kind of the shape of the dollar. Huge pennant here, huge pennant from the all-time highs. And then the lows that we've seen through this year so far. So I think we're going to do one of these on the dollar and the inverse on the euro. So that's why I'm selling pullbacks on the euro. For me, it's going to be around spot 0.9350s and just below. I'm willing to take that today. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at across the board on these charts. All right, listen, I think it's going to be another wild ride of a week. I'm sure we'll get sleep somewhere this year. So listen, have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.
Apollo 11, this is Houston. You are confirmed to go for orbit. Roger.